esteemed delegates, Sunbeam Sunset. We request everyone to take their seats. Good morning and Jai Hind to the esteemed delegates, board members and honored guests. With immense pride and fervent enthusiasm, we, the students of Sunbeam Sun City School and Hostel, welcome all the participants to the Round Square Conference 2024. This year's theme, Service, resonates deeply with our commitment to empathy, compassion and altruism. So let us embrace this journey of transformative impact.
What is service?
Well, service is humanity.
What is humanity?
Humanity is compassion.
What is compassion then?
Oh my God, Kashvarya, compassion is empathy.
What is empathy now?
Empathy will be sympathy in action.
What is this sympathy in action?
Sympathy in action would be, connection.
Oh my God, now what is connection?
Connection is unity.
Okay, I think I got it now. The definition of service must be the act of extending compassion through understanding and empathy, embodying our shared humanity and commitment to making a positive difference in the lives of others. Am I right?
Absolutely yes, Ashwarya. As it is a student-led conference, more than 250 Sun City students have been engaged in planning, organizing, managing, and participating in the conference, for which they have been working tirelessly all through the last few months. Sunbeam Grammar School, which is Sunbeam Group's philanthropic venture, is also an active part of this conference, with students of Grammar School welcoming the visiting students to their school for the service project and actively performing in the ceremonies planned for them. This conference also welcomes 230 students and mentors from 26 schools across India and Europe, who will engage in more than 100 hours of immersive service learning experiences, which includes makers activity and skill-based learning.
As we gather in the spirit of camaraderie for the Round Square Conference 2021, we proudly present a musical journey reflecting Varanasi's rich cultural tapestry. Known as the spiritual heart of India, Varanasi, found by Lord Shiva, resonates with the divine vibrations and ethereal energy. So let this musical odyssey remind us of a shared heritage and commitment to service. So please put your hands together for the harmonious strains of orchestra, where 24 students will perform a Chandrakos melody, followed by a musical rendition of Madhuban Khushbu Deta Hai. So presenting before you, Swaroday. you, students, for that mesmerizing performance. Let us give a thunderous round of applause for that beautiful rendition.
Sorry to interrupt. I request all the flag bearers to please move to the backstage from the aisle either side of the resonance.
As we begin the Round Square Conference 2024, let's proceed with the Deep Pratistapna, the lighting of the lamp, followed by the inauguration of the tableau. So for the same, I request all the board members, Rajbir ma'am, and the honored guests to kindly step forward and do the proceedings. This tradition, ladies and gentlemen, symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and the ushering in of knowledge and enlightenment. As we admire the intricate details and thoughtful symbolism, let us be reminded of our collective responsibility to promote a world rooted in compassion, empathy, and unwavering commitment to the greater good. May this tableau serve as the beacon of inspiration, encouraging each of us to contribute meaningfully to our communities and beyond. Thank you, sirs and ma'ams. Please take your seats.
It is our privilege to extend our heartfelt gratitude and respect to our distinguished guests and speakers. Your presence and participation enrich this event and inspire us all.
We are deeply honored to welcome leaders, visionaries, and educators who have generously shared their time and wisdom with us. Your insights and experiences have illuminated our minds and broadened our horizons, embodying the very essence of a conference theme: service, connect to conserve.
I now request all the board members to kindly ascend the stage to present a small token of gratitude to our esteemed guests and speakers. We have with us School Support Director, South Asia and Gulf, Ms. Rajbir Sandhu ma'am. I request ma'am to come on the stage and receive a small token of gratitude from Sunbeam Sun City School and Hostel.
also take pride to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Anand Neelkantan. Sir is a celebrated Indian author, columnist, and speaker.
We are honored to have amongst us Mr. Nadeem Kadri. Sir is an esteemed environmentalist lawyer and executive director at Wildlife Conservation Fund. It is our pleasure to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Purnam Mukherjee, an eminent knowledge resource and conference curator and alternative learning pedagogue.
Please welcome Mr. Sahajamang Singh Bhatia. Sir is an independent filmmaker and a video artist performer. Thank you, sir. We hope that the connections forged and the knowledge shared here will continue to inspire and guide us in our endeavors. Thank you for being an integral part of this journey.
We will now have a video address of the Director, Sunbeam Group of Educational Institution, Ms. Amrita Burman. Can we have the video address, please?
Jai Hind to everyone. I really do want to extend a very, very warm welcome to all our co-Round Square schools, the Round Square family. Each one of you all are extremely special to us, and I'm so happy that you are here. We have this great conference that's starting. Actually, since yesterday, you've already been here. I'm sure that each one of you all have been welcomed beautifully and you're very, very comfortable. We have the conference now for the next 3 days. And I'm sure that we're really going to have a very, very enjoyable time. The team has really worked hard, but then they are excited because they really want to see to it that you're comfortable, that you enjoy, and more importantly, you connect and you learn. The theme that we've chosen is Connect to Conserve. And of course, we've taken it as, from the ID, we've taken service. I think it's very, very important that we learn to serve. It's very important that whenever we do something, we always think of conservation. I hope that the different visits, the different keynote speakers, the different activities that you do are connected to the theme and make you feel a little bit more oriented towards service, because that's what makes us a complete human being. So without much ado, I don't want to take too much of your time, but let me tell you, I love you all. I'm missing you. Coincidentally, I couldn't be there with all of you all. But my best wishes to you, my virtual hug to each one of you all, dear children, to all the reps who are here, the teachers who are here. Please, please make yourself comfortable in your own home. Bubbles, ma'am, I'm missing you. I wish I could be there with you, and I hope that we would have spent some nice light moments also together. Love you all. Take care. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a heartwarming message.
Today, we celebrate not only the spirit of service and cooperation, but also the diverse cultures and traditions that each of our participating schools bring with them. As part of this grand opening ceremony, we will now introduce the schools participating in this esteemed event. Each school will be represented by their proud flag bearers who will march in to symbolize the unity and collaborative spirit of this conference. So let's begin with Birla Public School Pillani, representing the values of internationalism, democracy and environmental stewardship. We welcome the flag bearer, Mr. Bhavish Agarwal.
Him Academy Public School, Himachal Pradesh, is known for their outstanding contributions to service, adventure and leadership. We are delighted to introduce the flag bearer, Ms. Rishti Sharma. Marching forward, LK Singhania, Rajasthan, celebrating a legacy of excellence in education and community engagement. Please welcome the flag bearer, Ms. Soumyadita De.
Mayo College Ajmer, embodying the spirit of resilience, creativity and global citizenship. Here is the flag bearer, Mr. Saket Kalwani. With a strong focus on innovation, respect and intercultural understanding. We proudly present the flag bearer, Ms. Gurman Kaur Sidhu.
Paradise International School, Romania, promoting academic excellence and cultural diversity. Let us welcome the flag bearer, Ms. Maria. With a rich tradition of promoting leadership and innovation. Here is the flag bearer, Ms. Lavani Pradhan.
Rajmata Krishna Kumari Girls Public School, Jodhpur, exemplifying dedication to service and environmental awareness. We introduce the flag bearer, Ms. Sonakshi Parekh.
Next we have the Royal Global School, Guwahati, celebrating a strong commitment to global education and community spirit. Welcome the flag bearer, Ms. Sia Sonthalia.
Sai International Residential School, Cuttack, Odisha, known for the exceptional contribution to holistic development and teamwork. Please welcome the flag bearer, Ms. Anushka Agarwal.
On the stage, Sai International School, Bhubaneswar, embracing the ideals of courage, generosity and respect. Let us introduce the flag bearer, Ms. Meher Seal.
Sarla Birla Academy, Bangalore, spreading a spirit of adventure and intellectual curiosity. Here is the flag bearer, Mr. Hardik Saraf. Please put your hands together for Shiv Nadar School, Noida, committed to nurturing responsible and compassionate leaders. We present the flag bearer, Mr. Shivan Sharda.
Singapore International School, Mumbai, upholding the principles of empathy, integrity and global mindedness. Welcome the flag bearer, Mr. Krishiv Agrawal.
On the stage, we have Step by Step Noida, dedicated to excellence in arts, sciences and community service. Let us introduce the flag bearer, Mr. Atharv Aneja. Sunbeam School and Hostel Lehertara, celebrating a heritage of innovation and cultural exchange. Here is the flag bearer, Ms. Divisha Jain.
Marching forward, the Emerald Heights, Indore, promoting a culture of critical thinking and collaboration. We welcome the flag bearer, Ms. Tanishka Goyal. The Punjab Public School, Nabha, known for their unwavering commitment to sustainability and ethical leadership. Please welcome the flag bearer, Ms. Akshata Sharma.
Please put your hands together for the Sindhya School, Gwalior, with a focus on inclusivity and academic rigor. Let us introduce the flag bearer, Mr. Prabhat Bhajpai.
The Sri Ram School, Moalsari, embracing the values of kindness, perseverance, and mutual respect. Here is the flag bearer, Ms. Zoe Singh.
Marching forward, Trivandrum School, Trivandrum, celebrating a commitment to holistic education and leadership development. We welcome the flag bearer, Ms. Ananya Nair.
Vidya Devi Jindal School, Haryana, known for its creativity, collaboration, and social responsibility. Welcome the flag bearer, Ms. Yashika Gupta.
On the stage, we have Vivek High School, promoting a legacy of service, adventure, and academic excellence. Let us introduce the flag bearer, Ms. Bani Seth. Wilhelm Boys School, dedicated to nurturing global citizens and innovative thinkers. Here is the flag bearer, Mr. Samarth Kirwal. On the stage, we have Yadavendra Public School, Patiala, upholding the ideals of respect, courage, and integrity. We welcome the flag bearer, Ms. Simran Sidhu. We have Sunbeam Santati School and Hostel, celebrating a tradition of excellence in education and community engagement. Please welcome Mr. Arav Jaiswal. With a background as immersive as this, let's go for a Kodak moment. Please join me in a resounding round of applause to honor the flag bearers and the esteemed institutions they represent. Together, let us embark on a journey of learning, sharing, and growing at this Round Square Conference. To kindly disperse.
Assistant Director, Sunbeam Group of Educational Institution, Ms. Pratima Gupta, to kindly step forward and present the overview of the conference theme.
Good morning and Jai Hind, children of the world and all the wonderful adults who are helping them to make a better world. I hope so. Well, it doesn't get bigger than this. An entire year of dreaming, planning, organizing, discarding 1,000 ideas, selecting 2, then discarding them and going back to the 99s. This is what Sunbeam Sun City and Team Sun City has been doing. We have been excited. We have been trying our best to make this conference as meaningful and enriched as possible. Somehow, being in Kashi, the moment we were gifted this conference, thanks to our benevolent lady sitting here with the beaming smile, Bubbles ma'am, we thought that intuitively service was something which we hold close to our heart. And when she also agreed and said, yes, of all the ideals, pick up that one, it was like homecoming for us. Why service? Well, mainly because we belong to a place which has a rich tradition of giving. Whether we talk about Sant Kabir, whether we talk about Raja Harishchandra, whether we talk about Tulsidas and his efforts, whether we talk about the travelers who have come to Kashi, somehow it has always been a melting pot for people of the world, and the message that if you have to make humanity better, the route is, of course, through service. The route is through giving. And who serves? Who gives? Those who have powerful connects. Otherwise, why would 26 schools and 230 delegates from all across the globe choose to be with us today? If connects are not meaningful, if networking in terms of understanding each other, in terms of eclipsing differences is not important, why else would we all, who belong to different geographies, come here today but resonate the same feeling that let us, at this point of time, come together, mobilize resources, and make this world a better place. We feel that we have to connect because we have to conserve. And when I was pondering the theme just a moment ago, I thought, well, the word conserve itself has serve in it. Isn't that ironical that you have to connect to conserve and you have to consciously serve so that everything that is positive and beautiful on this earth, which has been systematically destroyed by the impulsive human beings who tread upon the terra firma, has to be preserved because our children deserve a better world. The Upanishads say, Natvaham kamye rajyam, na swargam, na punarbhavam, kamye dukh tapta nam, prani nam arti nashnam. Translated, it means, neither do I covet the riches of a kingdom, nor my place in heaven, nor do I want to be reborn and rejoice in yet another life. All I want, my Lord, is the ability to reach out to a suffering, grieving soul and to ease his or her pain. And that can be done by the children who are sitting here before us. As the world keeps its hands on a trigger which leads us closer and closer to the brink of annihilation, where war rooms and boardrooms have got diffused differences, where one does not understand when a word may become a bullet, and when dissent might transform itself into a threat of impending war, impending doom. That is the time the peacekeepers of the world, the generation next, arises and tries to din sense into the chaos around them. Through service, this is what we want to tell all of you, that it's not a photo op, it's not a post on an Insta ID, it is not something where you get so many likes on the social media, it is not something which is done just to assuage the guilt of neglecting so many civic duties, of felling trees, of not paying enough attention to the dwindling resources. It has to be something more deeper, it has to be something more enriching. We at Sunbeam do it by integrating our efforts with the Sunbeam Gramin School, our philanthropic venture. Believe me, there is more learning that happens when my students, when all the Sunbeams go and interact with the Gramin School children, talk to them, work with them, help them prepare for their studies, exchange notes, than any textbook, any curriculum, any syllabus could teach them. We do not pass any board examinations when we give and share. We do not score a 99%. We definitely do not get any A certification. We get smiles, we get gratitude. More often and above everything else, we get compassion and empathy. These are the core tenets on which the continuity of the human race depends. Friends, from this forum, from this stage, I plead the cause of humanity. Let's breathe into a better air. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am. As mentioned by Mahatma Gandhi, Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed. So it's an initiative from the core committee of this conference that we have used sustainable products. To know more about it, please join me in welcoming our dynamic core committee student members. As they present being sustainable, let's give them a big round of applause for their dedication and creativity.
Hello, check. Greetings, everyone. I am Ananya.
And I am Yashita.
We, the students and staff of Sunbeam Sun City, have made the earnest effort to ensure that this Round Square Conference 2024 is sustainable. To this end, we have invited EcoKari, a Mumbai-based company that recycles plastic chips in wafer packs, turning them into beautiful products. One of them is with you right now. Your EcoKari bags are a perfect blend of the Maggi packets and all the plastic which we litter around the world. So take a look and appreciate its craftsmanship.
I want
Can
all
you
of
guess
you
how
to
we upcycle these waste plastic bags and wrappers into such beautiful products? Come, let's see.
Thank you. In our bid to reduce the most waste possible, we have, like said earlier, we have provided you with the steel bottles. It will help you in this humid condition. Also, this decor has been thoughtfully put up by, thanks to the proprietors of the Surbhi collections. We got the swatches and we have put this decor by them. Our junior school students have created paper bags using old calendar pages and have also created diyas for packing purposes using clay. We have also included special bamboo speakers which double as mobile stands for meetings, etc. Isn't this a perfect compatibility between feasibility and sustainability? We also will donate our conference t-shirts for charity, so please feel free to donate these t-shirts at the registration counter towards the end of our conference. Because service is not just an S from the ideals, it is the way of life. We hope you appreciate our efforts and make this journey very good, and we hope that you put this in your daily habits to make sustainability a habit. Thank you. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Ananya and Yashita. Now I request Honorary Director, Sunbeam Group of Education Institution, Mr. Harsh Madhok, to kindly address the school delegations.
Jai Hind and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunbeam Sun City. On behalf of the entire management of Sunbeam board members, I would like to welcome all the designations of the various 25 or 26 different schools which are here for Round Square event, and a very, very warm welcome to Bubbles ma'am for being with us and for giving your time. And it's an amazing opportunity, and what I came across from the theme conservation It's this theme we have worked very hard for at Sunbeam over the last 1 year to make sure that we prepare for your arrival, for the arrival of all you students in time. And the theme is well apt for today's time because conservation is the need of the hour. The old values, the old ways of doing things is going away. And the most important thing right now is how we leave the world a better place for the next generation. I think that's where most of our focus should be going towards. So I'm quite happy for this theme which we are having for this event. And secondly, I would like to welcome all the other guests who are here with us. Pranab sir, Umang, thank you so much for being with us. And Anand sir, who's obviously our keynote speaker. So welcome all of you. And I hope that the next 4 to 5 days of the event are going to be fabulous. And all of you are going to make lots of friends, lot of connections, break barriers, because all the polarization which happens in the world is something which is at the political level, which is for politics and nationalism. But what we need more than anything else is forums like these where people come together and they break barriers and we become friends once again. So with that, welcome everyone to Sunbeam. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. Truly said. Conversation is the very need of the hour and how we should focus on making this world a better place to live.
In today's divided world, what we need most is peace and harmony. There is no better time to remember the icons who promoted the value of service through their actions. We hope for a world where all global citizens live in peace and not in pieces. And to present this message through the choreography titled Universal Chants, I would like to call upon Vanshika.
We are about to witness the Swasti Vachan. Through this sacred chant, we wish you and everyone peace, harmony, spiritual prosperity, and well-being. Let us manifest a world filled with hope, compassion, and empathy.
brought a girl child from the street. And I could see in the face of the child that the child was hungry. God knows how many days they had not eaten. So I gave her a piece of bread. And the little one started eating the bread crumb by crumb. And I said to the child, eat the bread. Eat the bread. And she looked at me and said, I'm afraid. eat the bread. Because I must eat. When it is finished, I will be hungry again. This is a reality. Maybe we are not hungry for a piece of bread, but maybe there is somebody there in the family who is unwanted, unloved, uncared, forgotten.
The glimmer of hope lights up humanity, which is embodied in Mother Teresa's tireless service. Her soul and spirit continues to illuminate the world, reminding us that true service never ceases to inspire. In every act of kindness, we honor In every act of kindness, we honor her legacy, proving that one person's light can indeed transform the world.
Mandela always said he came out of prison a different man. What was it about life on Robben Island that changed him?
Well, the fact that you could sit alone and think gave us a wonderful opportunity to change ourselves, your behavior. I felt quite ashamed because I became busy with politics and with law. And I forgot that the people were very kind to me when I arrived in Johannesburg. And I said, if I ever get a chance of coming out, as I was sure I would eventually, no matter after how long, I would make up for the omissions I made.
Following a path of service, Nelson Mandela emerged as a symbol of hope and strength. Inspired by Gandhi's teachings of non-violence, Mandela's rise from imprisonment to presidency showed how peaceful resistance can overcome great challenges. His legacy proves that compassion and courage can create a better, fairer world for all. And by fairness, I don't mean the color of the skin.
If India wins its independence, to abolish child marriages?
I should very much like to, even before.
If England does not grant your demands, are you prepared to return to jail again?
I am always prepared to return to jail.
Would you be prepared to die in the cause of India's independence?
Yes.
Despite his lean frame and humble attire, Mahatma Gandhi shook the British Empire with the power of non-violence. He showed how a simple life can inspire monumental change. Gandhiji's belief in the equality of all and his message that humanity is the only true religion continue to guide us, remembering true freedom comes from shared humanity.
Raghu
Dear audience, let's give a round of applause for this brilliant choreography that has mesmerized us with its grace, creativity, and sheer talent. Truly a breathtaking performance with a deep meaning and message.
That performance indeed had a message for the audience and the entire world. I would now request Ms. Rajbir Sandhu Ma'am, School Support Director, South Asia and Gulf, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. I bring you all greetings from Round Square. It's been such a pleasure to witness the opening of a wonderful conference, and I hope the very, very meaningful theme, Connect to Conserve, and the true meaning of service for all of us will resonate with you even after the conference. There will be great learnings in the conference in the next 2 days that you are here. There'll be baraza sessions, there will be keynote speakers, there'll be lots of activities. Please connect with each other, and during the baraza sessions, please articulate your views, your ideas, because they will be heard with a lot of respect, and you will be sharing with others what you think true service can be. Service being a very important ideal of Round Square, actually lies at the foundation of whether it's environmentalism, whether it is leadership, whether it is internationalism or adventure. So fundamentally, the conference deals with all the 6 ideals. If you have the spirit of service in you, the rest of the ideals will take care of themselves. And there will be a lot of learnings, as I said. Please go back to your schools and share with the rest of the school community what you learned here. There will be challenges. It's a new place for you. The weather challenges, and we have this wonderful team from Romania which has come all the way across the seas. A very warm welcome to you. And I hope you have acclimatized to our weather, but that's Round Square, you know, weather notwithstanding. And it'll be a great adventure indeed for every one of you. And each one is a special delegate here for all of us, and make the most of all the experiences that Sun City School has laid before you. Great opportunities to learn and great opportunities to connect with each other. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll definitely try to imbibe the lessons learned here and collaborate to find the true meaning of service. It is now time to hear from the guiding forces behind our institution, someone whose vision and dedication have significantly contributed to the success of this event. Please welcome our esteemed Chairperson, Dr. Deepak Madhok, and Vice Chairperson, Mrs. Bharti Madhok, to deliver the address.
Good morning and Jai Hind, everyone. And a very, very warm welcome to this city of light. When we talk about Varanasi, and when, Sun City team, heading from Pratima ma'am to everyone, wanted to host this wonderful conference. And as ma'am has already set the tone that we had so many ideas. We want all of you to get a great, great experience and take back a lot of memories from this great city. So many people have visited this city and they have, found out their answers. It's the answers that all of us are looking for. And when we talk about Round Square, and as we have been talking about service, I think what the last song said, that service is the most important thing to save humanity. And if we are capable, and if we are not serving, if we are not compassionate, all this goes to waste. All our education, all our degrees, if it does not make us a better human being, we're wasting our times. Whenever we have indulged in serving others or saving certain things or being comprints for a better word. With these words, I once again welcome each one of you. I know you have come from different schools, and as Baban ma'am said, yes, there will be few challenges, but then it's only these challenges which will make you strong, which enhance your problem-solving skills. And the more you connect with each other, you will see everything will fall in place. I also extend a very, very warm welcome to all the keynote speakers for being with us this morning and, deciding to spend time with the children and understanding that if, yes, we have to take the word into a better direction, there is no other way to take it than investing in Generation Next. So Generation Next, there is a big, big responsibility on your shoulder as well as ours, so that we at least realize and show you the right direction. So with these words, again, a very warm welcome and all the best to Sunbeam Sun City. You people are lucky. Your people are so blessed. And thank you so much, Ms. Sandhu, for allowing us to be a part of this wonderful organization. We value this and our heart is full of gratitude for what you have done for us. Thank you and Jai Hind.
I join hands with Bharti ma'am. Good afternoon, good morning, and Jai Hind. I'm also a little dazed with all this lights and wonderful. Uh, the story of Devadasa, that's the first king of Varanasi. And I was telling Anandji just now about it. I want to share it with you guys. It goes that when Shiva got married with his motley crew of Baratis with all kinds of weird asuras and aghoris, and some were clothed and some were just having ashes on their body. So this Bharat was, now after the marriage, he wants to settle down in a place called Kashi. The king of Kashi was Devadasa, the first king, and he actually objected to that. He said, this gang of people who are so unruly, I don't want them to come and live in Varanasi, in Kashi. So he totally said no to this. Devadasa was a disciple and a bhakt of Lord Brahma. And so naturally Shiva, he wanted to settle in Varanasi. He contacted Brahmaji. And Brahmaji said, look, you try to convince him yourself because he's got a mind of his own. And so Shiva sent 64 yaginis, those very learned women, to convince Devadasa. They come here, and the place where they landed is called Chausatti Ghat. Even now, it exists now. And they tried to convince the king. The king still won't budge. So then finally, after some more coaxing and Brahma's ideas, Shiva was given place to live in Varanasi, and it became his capital. So that is why Varanasi is also called Avimukta Kashi. Avimukta Kashi means a place where Shiva cannot ever forsake, cannot leave that place forever. And this story especially for Anandji, because your name is Nilkantam, and that also is Shiva's name. Well, having said that, Kashi, Varanasi is the oldest living city, one of the oldest in the world, and it's been here since 4000, 5000 BC. It was a republic during the time of Mahabharata, and it was there during Ramayana. It's a place which has been called the City of Light. It's got its own cuisine, the wonderful aloo puris and the beautiful long latas and the kheer kadams and the golgappas, and it has got the best chaat in the world. So it's got the best saris, it's got the best handlooms. I could go on and on about Kashi, and it had the most number of spiritual leaders per square feet area since millions of hundreds and thousands of years. You name it, the people in Varanasi, from Kabir Das to Tulsi Das to Sur Das to Ram Das to Sankaracharya to Paraswanath, the father of surgery, Indian surgery, was a ruler of Varanasi. And the travelers who came to Benares, and some of them came and studied here because it was the biggest university town of that area. They used to travel on foot. You had Marco Polo coming here. You had Fahin coming here, the traveler from China. You had Hyun Tsang coming here after another couple of centuries. And they wrote about Varanasi and said that the courtyards of Varanasi, of Kashi, were full of gold. And the people would sit there, they would not lock their doors, they would debate with each other on spirituality and also about astrology. So Kashi, the center of learning. And now you are in Kashi, explore, go to the ghats. The ghats are very, very old. See the things here, and I'm sure you like it. A word on your conference. I was reading. Now you have DNA, and you have many such researches which can just take out a soil from the earth and tell you what DNA existed in that soil. And they could trace human history by doing the carbon dating on non-living things, that's an isotope of carbon, or by taking out the DNA sequences. You all have seen Jurassic Park and how you made an egg out of something which never existed. So they found out, startling fact, that all humans, Homo sapiens, had almost become extinct 70,000 years ago. And there were only 2,000 human beings left, and they went to East Africa. And they went away because there was a huge volcanic eruption in the Indian Ocean, and this covered most of the world with soot, with ashes up to 20 feet. So with that covering, no life existed. 5 times the life has become extinct on this planet. Now, why are we talking about it? Because all these 22,000 or 20,000 or 2,000 human beings which survived, we are the offsprings, we are the children of these people. Because our DNA matches exactly the DNA found in East Africa 70,000 years ago. And this is not so with gorillas or chimpanzees. Every gang of gorillas, every group of chimpanzees has got different DNA. But humans have the same DNA. You may be white, you may be curly haired, you may be black, but everybody shares the same DNA sequences. So the message for all of you through Round Square, since we all are the same, we share the same genes, why do we fight with each other? Why are we now, when we have come a long way from 2,000 to 7 billion, why do you want to end it now? We have the capacity to end it. And it's in the hand of the people sitting in front of us to make sure that this does not end up in smoke. Because it has every chance of ending up in smoke. One fine morning you get up and there is a news that nuclear war has broken up. And mind you, one nuclear bomb and another nuclear bomb, and then it's the end. There's nothing after that for 10,000 years. No survival, no water, no vegetation. And it's a stark reality that if you don't understand each other, Homo sapiens is definitely going to kill each other. We are so wise, we call ourselves sapiens, but we are so unwise that we are bent on destroying the very vehicle of existence that is planet Earth. So connect, share with each other these ideas, and when you grow up, make sure you respect your neighbor. With that, a warm welcome once again. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am and sir, for your invaluable insights. We are truly grateful for your presence and for sharing your vision with us today. With this, we conclude the Round Square Conference 2024 opening ceremony. We will now proceed to the first keynote session.
So now we'll proceed with the first keynote session by Mr. Anand Neelakantan. Mr. Anand Neelakantan is a celebrated Indian author, columnist, and speaker renowned for his retellings of Indian mythology from unique perspectives. His debut novel, Asur, Tale of the Vanquished, offers a fresh take on the Ramayana told from Ravan's viewpoint and became a bestseller. He further gained acclaim with the Bahubali trilogy and the Ajay series, challenging traditional narratives.
Anand sir regularly writes columns for leading newspapers and magazines and has contributed to popular Indian TV series as a screenwriter. As a dynamic public speaker, he frequently engages audiences at literary festivals, educational institutions, and corporate events, discussing mythology, storytelling, and writing. Residing in Mumbai with his family, Sir continues to inspire readers with his profound and thought-provoking works, preserving and reinventing Indian mythology. Without much ado, over to you, Sir.
Good morning to you all. I am really thankful to be here, especially thanks to Deepak sir and Bharati ma'am and all those who had helped me to come here. Thank you for the hospitality. Thank you for this, allowing me to be in this beautiful campus and to speak with you. I don't want to do it as a formal speech because I'm not a speaker. I'm rather a storyteller. So I'll be moving around a bit, asking you questions. Don't worry, I won't make it look like a class. You are not here to attend a class. This is more rather like an interaction. Even though they called it as a keynote speaking, I don't want to come and give a lecture. Rather, let us discuss some stories and let us see where it goes. So, let me tell you a tale, my own story. Because I was here, most of you, except the VIPs in the front row, most of you are in your teens, early teens or late teens. So, this is a stage where I was many years ago. I'm not going to tell the years because I don't want you to guess my age. Let us say that many years ago, I had a problem. I had a problem with maths. How many of you love maths here? Okay, good. Some 15, 20, that means majority don't. I know there will be maths teachers here. I'm sorry. I like my maths teachers, but even now I wake up with nightmares thinking that today is my maths exam. But my family wanted me, my parents wanted me to do what? Engineering. Indian parents, especially when I was in your age, they always wanted either kids to do engineering or doctor, and after that, for no reason, they wanted you to write for civil service also. There was no other choice. This was the era. Now we have got a lot of choices. So I was forced to do engineering. With great difficulty, I passed maths. With great difficulty, I got into an engineering college. I hated every moment of it. And I lost a lot of papers. Then after one second attempt, after a few years I passed, when all my friends had passed. With great difficulty, I got a job. 3-4 years I roamed around without doing any job. Great difficulty, I got a job. Great difficulty, I got a wife. So life was quite difficult. And it is only after I had 2 kids, after I had done everything what a middle class parent wants to do, like get a job, get married, get a house, get a small car, get 2 kids, get a dog. All those things were done. I got to know what I want to do in life. I don't want any of you to do that mistake and waste 25 years or 30 years of your life pursuing things what your parents want. We all love our parents, we all respect our parents, we all respect our teachers. But there is a concept in Indian Puranas, our gurus are told about dharma. I'll be talking about 4 things, what they call Purushartha. Don't worry if you are not able to pronounce it. Just try to get the concept of it because this is important. Dharma, people talk about dharma. It's a very difficult concept to understand. If you start reading all these books, from Gita to all other books, a lot of gurus have talked, but it's very easy concept to understand if you learn them through the stories. That's why they told stories of Ramayana, they told the stories of Mahabharata, they told the stories of Shiva. Dharma is what? In Mahabharata, Bhishma is asked this question, what is dharma? And Bhishma is not able to answer. Bhishma says, dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam. The principle of dharma is hidden deep in the caves of human mind. Nobody can define what dharma is. But Krishna gives the answer. Dharma is what you want to do, your dharma. It is always about swadharma. Swadharma means what you want to do. Everything, like what we are talking about service here, we are talking about living for others here. All these things work only when you understand what you want to do in life, what is your dharma, what are your values, not the values what the society tells, not the values of what some books are told, what the values what teachers are telling. Maybe they all might coincide. But ultimately, you will have to look into yourself. That is why Indian civilization always gave importance to looking into yourself. All the gods of Varanasi, all the holy men, they are in search of that. You did not go that deep also, considering your age, but at least ask yourself, what gives you happiness in life? What makes you, this is very important. This is very important because this is going to go against what your teachers or parents are told. But I am telling it with full conviction from our mythology, from our Puranas. What makes you discontented? Not what makes you contented. Why? Because discontentment is the engine of growth. The human civilization started with, it is a search for contentment. Once you achieve contentment, that's it. You are contented now, you need not do anything. Why are you studying? Why do you want a career? Why are you building a business? Why are you writing? Why are you acting? Why are you singing? It's because you are searching contentment. So, understand that the more discontentment you have in your life, the higher you will grow. The growth need not mean you will make a lot of money. Of course, money is very important. I will come to that. This is another advice which many people have misunderstood about money. So I'll come to that. Passion, another thing which many people have misunderstanding. Why it happens also, I'll come to that. But first let us go to this point. Are you able to, what makes you discontented? What do you want in life? You really, really want in life. I know at this age it will be difficult to understand, but this search, for me, I was at my mid-30s, not mid-50s, sorry, I had to reach there, mid-30s, when I understood that what I wanted to do is not what I have been doing. Even though it was giving a lot of satisfaction to my family and my parents and everyone. So dharma, there is an element of selfishness in that. Should you be selfish? Definitely you should be selfish. Because the first dharma of any living being is self-preservation. Only when you are there, you are the tool. You are there. If that tool is not there, you won't be able to do anything. So first love should not be to anything else. This is certain contradictory things also I will tell you. First love should be to yourself. The first love should be to yourself. Then only you can do service to a higher cause. If you don't love yourself, if you don't love, and when you say you love yourself, it means everything. Huh? Your body, your health, your time, your mental stability, everything is important. Unless you preserve your body, unless you exercise, unless you take care of what you are eating, what you are drinking, whether you are taking any intoxicants or not, what is happening, unless you know yourself and you preserve your body, you preserve yourself, there won't be any you to serve anyone else. So the first basis of service starts from an element of selfishness. That I am important. I am important. I am what I am, and since I exist, I am seeing this world, and I will love everyone, and I will work for a better cause. But first that I should be there. So selfishness is important. Discontentment is important. Next comes the case of money. Is money important? Is money, now you will feel money is not that important because parents are sponsoring most of your things, right? But soon you will come to reality. Is money important? And what is the meaning of money? Money is a part of human civilization. Money is important. It is not the most important thing, but never ever ignore the importance of money. Don't live for money, but don't ignore money, because money follows where it is respected. That is why Indians worshipped the goddess of money, Lakshmi. Lakshmi is worshipped everywhere. See how balanced our ancestors had brought this. They respect Saraswati, that of knowledge and wisdom. They respect Lakshmi. They pray to Lakshmi. They pray to Saraswati. They pray to Shakti. Shakti involves all your passion. It involves your health. It involves your valor, vigor. All these things are important, and if one is not there, the other two won't be there. So, and there is another name for money in Sanskrit, which is very meaningful, and I am playing with a pun. Artha. Dharma, after that Artha. Artha means meaning. Artha means meaning. Artha also means money, and that money involves not just currencies, but a lot of other things. So never, if somebody says money is not important in life, now itself you should have to develop that you should make sufficient money, and you should work for money also. Based on your dharma, what you want to do, you should make money also, and you should find meaning also in what you do. That is why the artha comes. Third thing comes kama. Kam or kama, Sanskrit, not Hindi kam. Kama is passion. It can involve all kind of passions, your attraction towards the other sex, or it can involve passion towards doing something, but that is also very much important in life. Unless you understand what is your dharma, and unless you understand what is the meaning of what you want to do, you won't have the passion. Only if you have these three legs, that the final thing, what they call as moksha comes. Moksha doesn't mean you just go to Kashi, everybody comes for moksha. But that moksha is for the older people. When you are younger people, moksha is finding a satisfaction in what you do, leading towards that. It is just, moksha means liberation. That liberation only it means. It doesn't mean going away from the world. Why? Because there are 4 stages of life again. Am I confusing you? There are 4 stages of life. One is what they call brahmacharya. People translate brahmacharya as celibacy, but it is not just that. What is brahmacharya? You are learning something, Brahman, you are learning about the world, something higher than yourself. That is the first phase of your life. You are learning something. That is where the brahmacharya comes. After brahmacharya comes the grihastha phase. What is grihastha phase? Brahmacharya is the time when you are doing your studies. You go to school, I am trying to simplify it for you. We can talk on this a lot. But for you, just understand that brahmacharya is your studying phase. Once you study, after your studying phase comes the grihastha phase. In grihastha phase, what is important? The artha and kama is important. Very much important. Based on the foundation of dharma. That is, you should make money, and you should do your work with passion. Never try, it might not be always possible, but never try to work just for money, but never try to work anything for free also. Because life is short, and in this grihastha phase, when you are having a family, when you will be raising a family, you will be contributing to the society, in this grihastha phase, money and the meaning by the means of how you make money becomes very important. Only after that, after you have done the duty to the society, that the next phase comes, and That is Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha doesn't mean you go to the jungles. It means once you have reached certain stage and done your duty to the family, then you can slowly retire and start again thinking about yourself. You start thinking about yourself. Once again, the stage of self-preservation comes. It's a retirement stage. The might be irrelevant to you, but it is at least for the people in the front. Slowly, the retirement stage comes. And that is when, once again, your kids might have grown up, grandkids would have come. By the time you still continue to do your duty, at the same time, you start developing a kind of detachment to it. At the same time, you continue to do it. This is where all the texts talk about Nishkama Karma and all, not before that. Until then, it is always the duty with passion. Only after the retirement stage, it becomes Nishkama Karma and all. And finally, you go to the last stage of sannyasa, where you don't mind what is happening, you are totally gone out. You don't worry about that, you have got a long way to go. So I am not going to explain on that. So what is the fundamental of life? There is a question which, have you heard about Chairperson? In Mahabharata, there is a tale, there is a legend, when all the Pandavas, I hope you are aware of who are the Pandavas in Mahabharata, right? You are all not Percy Jackson fans and only read Greek mythology and Norse mythology. I hope you understand this. Pandavas, these 5 brothers were there. Forget whoever it is, these 5 brothers were there. They were in exile. No, only until this. Just guess to the crux of the story. There is a lake. From that lake, each of the brothers go and drink the water and they fall dead. Except the eldest one. Definitely, I was a very naughty kid, so when I heard the story from my father, I asked, are the first person drinking and falling dead? I can understand. The second and third and fourth person are the idiots. So all I got was a slap from my father. So that question still remains. All the 4 falls dead. Now Yudhishthira is there. Yudhishthira is the eldest brother. He comes there and he understands all the 4 are dead. At that time, he searches for the reason and finds that there is a tree spirit, an Yaksha, who says that I will ask you some questions. It's like Kaun Banega Karorpati, but the thing is, I will give back the life of at least some of them. So, he asks a lot of questions, but in which one of the most interesting question is what I want you to concentrate on. Yaksha asks, what is the biggest miracle in life? And Yudhishthira answers, the biggest miracle in life is that everybody knows they will die one day, but everyone lives as if they are going to live forever. I'll take it very positively. This is one of the greatest lessons perhaps from Mahabharata, that live every day. All religions might tell you, gurus may tell you, live every day thinking about your death and heaven and hell and all. No. Live every day as if you are an immortal. Live every day as if it is going to last ever, and enjoy it because you are going to stay here ever. That is the greatest miracle of life. Live in that miracle. Then the question comes, are the advices by our teachers like be humble to everyone, be polite, are they wrong? They are right and they are wrong. You cannot be humble in such a way that it quells your confidence. You need not be self-effacing to people. Just because, and there are a lot of stories in Vedas and Puranas about this, that just because somebody is an elder doesn't automatically give them respect. It's again contrarian to what many of our parents are told, because even fools get older. Right? The respect has to be earned. Doesn't mean you have to be rude to them. But irrespective of your age, always Indian civilization has always respect. All the religions which rose from India, all the philosophers have always talked about not blind obedience to anyone. All of them stood against the authority. When it was required, No, imagine the case of Gandhiji. Just imagine, see, you will have to, don't go by the words. Just close your eyes and imagine this. There is this empire which spanned across the world. 80% of the world is ruled by the British. All the kings, all the Rajas, Zamindars, Nawabs, Nizams, all these people are bowing before the King Emperor of Britain. They are competing with each other how well to dress and parade like peacocks or roosters in front of this king. They were more, when the 90% of the country is starving, these kings who are supposed to be the rulers, they are going and bowing down to the King Emperor of England, a foreigner, without shame. They are doing all these things. And here is one man, an ordinary advocate, who goes against this. How much confidence and rebellion he should have had, Gandhiji should have had, to wear a loincloth. He is making a statement, wear a loincloth and walk to the emperor of the 90% of the world at that time and stand and look face to face at him. If those people who have obeyed, they remained as slaves. People who are rebelled are the people who had liberated their people and led the people. So rebellion for the right cause is very important. Don't be always obedient. Buddha said this, don't, in Saranath only he told nearby, don't accept anything just because some book has told it. The book could be any holy book. I am quoting Buddha's word. Don't accept it because it is told in a book. Don't accept anything just because your parents told you. Don't accept anything because your gurus told you. Don't accept anything because I in the sense, I am quoting Buddha. Buddha told you. Accept it only if you think it as right. That you becomes very important. This is a age-old advice. Usually, so it doesn't mean tomorrow in the class you all become rowdies and start breaking things. And you keep always an independent mind when you are doing it. And last, one small story I will talk and then I'll open to question. Be open to opportunities in life. There is a small folk story about this. There was this I heard from my father. Long ago, there was a place, there was a haunted house. Any old house in villages are usually haunted by very colorful ghosts. So there was this haunted house and there was some ghost there. Nobody had seen it, they could only hear it. So at the stroke of midnight, if anybody enters the house, there used to be a huge shriek will be heard. Then one laughter will come, and after that it will say, Inna pidicho in Malayalam. So it's a Malayalam story. So it will say, here take it. Here take it, it says. So people run away hearing this. They don't know what it is. Here take it, it is saying. They don't know what is going to come. No, people are scared of it. So one man who had nothing to lose, who came there, and at 12 o'clock, the laughter started. So 2-3 minutes laughter. And after the laughing is over, the shrieking started and said, Inna pidicho, please take this, please take this. And he said, okay, give it. Whatever it is, you give it. Let me hear what it is. And a huge box containing a lot of gems and golds and all came. Until then, nobody had dared to answer, let it come. Give me whatever it is. I am ready to take. Why this story is told? This is to say yes to everything in life. Whatever challenges come, whatever opportunities come, say yes, let us see what happens. Maximum what would have happened, that ghost would have come and eaten him perhaps. But it is worth. It is worth that risk, because the people who have not taken risk are not reached anywhere. Only that one person had that courage to tell that. So, the last point after telling all these things, again I am going to contradict yourself. Shouldn't we be humble? Yes, we should be. But to what and where and when is the question. One humbling exercise is to see something bigger than yourself. Much bigger than yourself. Not your friend who is 1 inch taller or 2 inch broader than you, but much bigger than yourself. You can start with small big things, like when you go out, see the tree, hug a tree, talk to a tree, let all your friends think you are mad. Doesn't matter, because only mad people have changed the world. See the tree, see how huge it is, and then slowly, without anyone telling, you will have an humbling experience. See an elephant, you will have an humbling experience. See the sea, just sit and watch it 5 minutes away from your mobile phone, and you will have that humbling experience. See the sky, see the stars. When you are looking at the stars, have you ever thought that you are looking into something that doesn't exist perhaps, or something which is yet to be born? See how humbling it is. Night time, I don't know how the pollution levels here. I hope this is a smaller city, so you should be able to see the stars. Bombay, you won't see the stars except the ones who appear on page 3. Only the film stars you will see, not the real stars. But wherever you are, I go to the countryside in Kerala where I have a farmhouse to see the stars actually, and to write. When you see the stars, when you look in the sky, many stars you are seeing, the light from that, you would have all learned science, would have started many million years ago, many light years ago. Some of the stars which you are seeing would have already died, but you will not know it because the light which started 4 lakh years ago is just reaching you. So what you are seeing there as a star may not exist at all, but you believe it to be existed. The concept of Maya comes here. And what you see as a blank space, already a new star or a galaxy would have formed now, and its light will reach only 3-4 lakh years after you are dead. See the expanse of time what you are talking about. Sir was talking about 5 extinction. Imagine the expanse of the universe and the expanse of the time. That is why they call God as, whether you believe or not, Shiva is Mahakal. It's a great time. Vishnu is Kalapurusha. Vishnu means who expands. It's a grand universe. There, in front of the mountains, the universe, that is where you should feel humble. The moment you understand that you are nothing but a speck of time, a small speck, minuscule, 100 years, even if you live for 120 years, it is nothing in the grand scheme of things. That is where the humbling should come. Not before some political leader, not before somebody who becomes, a star just for some days or some years or some months. That is not where the humbling, your humble attitude should come. Your humble attitude should come only to the things greater than that. And when you are choosing a cause, the last statement, choose a cause which is greater than you. Much, much, much greater than you. When you are choosing a passion, now I did choose writing as my passion. And in 12 years, I don't believe I have even touched even 1% of the stories which I wanted to tell. From personal example, I am telling this. I have written 16 books now, 16 published books, and another 3 in the different stages of publication, editing and all are going on. 19 books, starting from Ravan's Ramayana Asura, Duryodhana's Mahabharata Jaya series, Vanara, that is Bali's story, and then Nala Damayanti, which is the first love story in human history perhaps, and then Valmiki's Women, the Bahubali trilogy from which the film had come, then one book called Asura Marga, then children's book Mahi, which some of you might be having now, and other children's book. Then apart from that, I did Siya Ke Ram in Star TV, Srimad Ramayana, which is coming in Sony TV. I don't know whether anyone is watching. I write the story screenplay of it, Srimad Ramayana. Then in Taj in Z5. Then Swaraj in Doordarshan. I don't know, somebody had watched it. These had come recently. Some of the other things which I am telling you might not have been born when they had come on TV, like Chakravarti Ashoka, Mahabali Hanuman, and a lot of other series. I'm working on films. I write columns. All these things I do with a purpose that I am doing something. I have lakhs of story to tell. Even if I live up to 120 years, most probably somebody will beat me to death before that. But if I live to 120 years, even then I would not have told even 1% of the stories which I want to tell. So the cause becomes bigger than us. Mahatma Gandhi's cause was bigger than him. I'm not comparing my writing with what he did. I'm just telling as an example. Mahatma Gandhi's cause, Mother Teresa's cause, Nelson Mandela's cause, all were far, far bigger than them. So when you attach your cause, your karma, your passion to some cause which is much bigger, and think that this will outlive you after you have gone, after spending that speck of time in this wide, wide world, then only you will have the real karma, your real passion, and you will be able to achieve something. So I wish you, each of you, to think big as possible. Then never restrict yourself. Say yes to life. Have passion, infinite passion, and have humbling experience only to something causes and things much, much bigger than you in scale, size, and the time span. Thank you very much. Any questions, I will be willing to answer. Huh? Ah, yeah. Any questions? Or if some neighbor is sleeping, just wake them up.
Jai Hind, sir. Sir, I am Nilakshi Srivastava, a delegate from Sunbeam Sun City. So my question is that how do the concepts of dharma and karma intersect in the modern Indian society?
There is nothing modern or ancient about dharma. These are all eternal concepts. Don't go by the words. As I said, the biggest dharma is swadharma. What you think as right. Every Indian concept is that I am God. No, I am Aham Brahmasmi. And Tattvamasi, you too are God. So, you will have to ask your conscience whether what you are doing is right or wrong. Nobody else can define it. So, that is why some talismans you can keep, like what Gandhiji said. Imagine the face of the poorest and the most helpless person you have ever seen, and think whether the action I am going to do today will be of any help to him. These are like talismans which many gurus have given. But as far as it doesn't hurt, because dharma goes along with the concept of ahimsa. Ahimsa doesn't mean not killing. It also means not hurting. But is it completely can we do it? Sometimes certain acts will have some element of himsa in it. When you are breathing itself, there is an element of himsa. Because so many, the small creatures will be going inside, like bacteria and other things. Your body is fighting that and killing them. So survival, breathing itself will have an element of himsa. But ahimsa means voluntarily you will not create harm to anyone unless it is to sustain yourself, to survive yourself. Once you understand that, every action, the karma you do, that will be based on this moral concept. And this should not be based on any books or these are all just guideposts. Whether it is Gita or whether it is Bible or Quran, these are all guideposts. Ultimate guidepost is your mind, your conscience. That is where what people call God, you can call it by any name, resides. And you have to be true to that. That's only dharma you'll have to follow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So I'm from Singapore International. My question is, how is dharma and karma related?
Karma is what you do. Dharma is a principle. It's your theory and practical. Simply word.
Sir, I'm Twisha Jain from Sunbeam School here, Tara. I would like to ask that what exactly is the fundamental of life?
Fundamental of?
Life.
My entire speech, I thought that was it. Okay, so I will try to simplify. Maybe I would have told it a bit complicated. I will try to simplify the way to understand it. I will only say that go with the flow. Very simply. Just think, and this should have the, like, if it is a boat, you should have the oars to control it, right? So, oars will be this, your dharma, that is what you think as right, and the other or the second one, balancing it, or if it's a bicycle, the second wheel is the concept of ahimsa, and don't think about not killing. Ahimsa is about not doing any violence to anyone unless it is strictly necessary for your survival. You will die unless you do it. That's what the body does, no? When it fights the germs and other things. If it doesn't do it, it will die. Unless it is not a case of life and death, never harming anyone. These two, if you follow, no, naturally the flow will take you. You need not worry about anything else.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yeah?
Sir, I am Purit Bhatia from the Emerald Heights International School in Indore. And sir, in your speech you said that we shouldn't ignore money. So sir, my simple question was, does money buy happiness?
Does lack of money cause unhappiness? The first question to ask is that. I have gone through abject poverty. I came up from a very low station in life, in some part of my life. So it is, now I am decently well off. From my experience only I can tell, money is very crucial in life. Never ignore money. It's a big mistake which many middle class parents tell. Doesn't mean you have to run after money, kill for money and ignore every other thing. That is why we talk about balance. That's why we talked about dharma, artha, kama and moksha. No, that artha is important. It's like a table. You take out one leg. It won't stand on one leg of money. But you take out that, the table will tilt. So it's about balancing of it. So never ever ignore money and don't say that I don't care for money. Doesn't mean you should run for money and kill for money. Money, because there's a health issue. How many people, I'll suggest at least once in life to go to a general hospital where the poor of India are being treated. At least once. Many of you might have gone. I'm not saying nobody would have gone. But if you are not gone, go to a general hospital. There are people who are not able to, especially during COVID time, we saw that. There are people, because they lack 100 rupees, they are not able to take injection. And they die for it, because of it. In these circumstances, money becomes very important. And the idea of service becomes important is because why you make money, everybody cannot make money together in the same way. So when you make money, you are just a custodian of it. You should be, after taking what is useful for you, you should be able to give back to people in certain stages of life who are not able to have the money, and because of that they may lose their life itself. So in these circumstances, money becomes very important. You cannot tell a beggar that money is not important for him. After a limit, it doesn't matter whether, no, for Ambani it might not matter, no, another few thousand crores might not matter. But a few thousand crores will make a big difference for us, right? At least for me it does.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Namaste, sir.
my name is Nandika. I'm from the Shriram School, Malsari. So in your speech, you kind of talked about how all of us should choose one cause that's bigger than ourselves and something we want to contribute towards too. So I wanted to ask you, what was that cause for you?
Writing.
Writing.
Writing is that cause for me as of now, but doesn't mean I will only do writing. See, one small token I will tell you to see whether the cause is bigger than you or not. You tell what you want to achieve in life, and if the people near you doesn't laugh, they don't laugh at it, then there is some problem with your cause. You are not thinking big enough. It has to be atrociously ambitious. People should laugh when you tell this, I am going to do this, and people should laugh. And then only your cause is bigger than that. Every other thing what you are doing in your life is a step towards achieving that. So that is why I wrote Mahi. The Mahi, the book which you have, it's about an elephant who dreams to fly. The kids book, it is a very allegorical book if you read. Now you read it, it's just a fun book for kids. You read it as an adult, you will find a lot of hidden meanings in that. It's about an elephant, baby elephant, the Mahi which kids have taken. It's an elephant who thinks, why can't elephants fly? So it's an atrociously ambitious, laughable goal where every animal makes fun of him. Ultimately he flies. Whether he flies using wings or not is a separate thing. Life is not an equation. It's not like an ATM machine that you put something and immediately withdraw it. It will come, it will surprise you. That's the fun of life. That is a miracle of life. It will surprise you with making you achieve dreams in ways which you have not even thought about or dreamt about. But the dreams will come true always. You will understand it after 20 years. You will remember these words.
Namaste, sir. I'm
you.
Rohinta Chaudhary from Sai International Residential School, Cuttack.
I am hearing only Ashariri. Where is he? Yeah. Okay.
So my question is, in your speech you wrote Ramayana from the point of view of Ravan. What made you write the Ramayana on the point of view from Ravan? Like, we have heard many great things about Ram, but in Ramayana it's only bad things about Ravan. So why did you write?
This is another session by itself actually, but I will try to answer it. See, Ramayana is never a story of good versus bad. It is only due to historical reason and thanks to one great saint who was here in Varanasi that it became a tale of good versus evil. That is Tulsidas ji. So before Tulsidas ji and the Bhakti era saints around him, when Tulsidas ji, actually if you see, he is perhaps the last of the great Bhakti era saints who lived, who interpreted Ramayana. So from Kambar onwards it starts. In Tamil, Kambar starts it as a first non-Sanskrit translation of Ramayana in 12th century, 9th century as per some sources. From that time onwards, it was written in Tamil, it was written then in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, the classical languages first. And finally, during Tulsidas ji's time, by that time, he was one of the last great saints who wrote Ramayana in the Bhakti tradition. It is in Bhakti tradition is devotional tradition that Ram became the epitome of dharma and Ravan became evil. There was a political reason for this because this is the time when India was invaded and conquered. Many parts of India was invaded and conquered. Before that, when India was a very confident civilization, India had always the culture of debate. So Ramayana and Mahabharata were originally written as tales of understanding different versions of dharma. That's why it's called Dharma Yuddha, always. So there is no good or bad per se. It is only good acts and bad acts, good karma and bad karma. And Ravan, by comparison, would have done a little more bad karma than Ram. And that's why he is getting punished. But Ram also does certain karmas for which he gets the results of it in his next Janma as Krishna. For example, Ram kills Bali hiding behind a tree. It's a big topic. I'm just taking one small thing. Ram kills Bali in Ramayana by hiding behind a tree. That even Tulsidasi says. In all Ramayana it is there. Justification may differ from Ramayana to Ramayana. The incident is correct. Is this right or wrong? We can debate till the end of the world. But what they do is, without understanding Mahabharata, there is no Ramayana. The same Bali comes as Jara in Mahabharata and kills Krishna. That is a circle of karma which happens. So it was always told as a circle of action and reaction to it. Always. Karma and karma bala, the fruit of action. It was never good versus bad. That was never the concept. If I may elaborate a bit more without boring you, the good versus bad concept is a very Abrahamic Semitic concept. I am not saying it is good or bad. I am just elaborating the difference between it. So the Abrahamic religions, which is Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and communism also to an extent, it's also a religion if you really see, all the four, their worldview is slightly different from the worldview of Indian religions like Hinduism, Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism, all other Basavas and all other forms of Indian darshanas. We call it darshanas, no religion in India. It's only view of life. Darshana means how you view the world. Different darshanas. Or mata, your opinion. There is nothing like, or dharma, again your opinion based on you, is never a religion in India. But the concept here is, the Abrahamic religions talked about good versus bad, heaven versus hell, sin versus virtue, which is always a clear divide. That concept was adopted by the Bhakti era saints because they had come in contact with this religion. So the concept of even hell and other things came into that. Whereas before that, originally, if you see all the Sanskrit Ramayanas and earlier Tamil Ramayanas before Kambar and all, you find that this concept of Ravan evil and Ram perfectly good and Ravan perfectly evil is not there, because as per Ramayana itself, who was Ravan? Ravan is the Dwarpalaga is the gatekeeper of Vishnu, who get cursed, Ravan and Kumbhakarna. So Vishnu says, you go to earth and take 3 births. They are given a choice actually, whether to take 100 births of Bhakt, devotee, or 3 births as enemies. They choose. They don't want to be Bhakts. They don't want to be Andhabhaks. They wanted only to be the enemies so that they can come back to Vaikunt again. So these 3 births are Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakeshipu, Ravan and Kumbhakarna, and Kamsa as per some texts, otherwise Shishupala and Dandavakra, otherwise Kamsa and Shishupala. 2 texts are available. So they are the gatekeepers of Vishnu. They are not evil or anything. They take birth, and Vishnu says that I am going to play a game, a leela, to teach people about the nuances of dharma. So the entire thing was originally written as a play, where play in the sense not as a stage play, I'm taking it is a game. It's like a video game kind of thing or a play kind of thing, where Vishnu wants to teach people about the nuances of what is right and what is wrong. And hence Ramayana and Mahabharata is a debate on dharma and adharma until the Bhakti era came. So I am not just written from Ravan's point of view. When I am taking Ravan's point of view in Asura, it's seen through Ravan's eyes, and every act of Ravan gets justified. That's the beauty of this dharma debate, right? I learned the mythology from people, the gurus. In my temple, I was born in a temple not as ancient as Varanasi, but around 2000 years old, 2200 years old, which is very near to the birthplace of Adi Shankara. So there, Sanskrit universities and other things, this kind of tradition is there. So there, the scholars in temples will sit. One group of scholars will sit this side and one group of scholars will sit on this side. And they will debate. This was a form of entertainment there. One taking the side of Kaurava and the other taking the side of Pandava. Or one taking the side of Ravan and the other taking the side of Ram. And they continue to debate, just to make people understand the nuances of what is right and what is wrong, and there is no absolute right or absolute wrong. So I wrote not just Ravan's Ramayan. When I was writing Ravan's Ramayan as a book, I was writing Siya Ke Ram, a devotion serial. So morning I will write Ram's point of view. Evening I will write Ravan's point of view. Similarly, when I was writing Sangat Mojan Hanuman, Mahavali Hanuman for Sony TV, I was writing Vanara, where Bali is the hero and Sugriv and Hanuman are on the opposite side. And Bali is justified from his angle. So you find this kind of plays a lot. Only difference is I wrote in English and it got translated to around 20-25 languages across the world. But in Sanskrit you find a lot of plays right from Bhasa onwards, and Tamil also, and old Malayalam, Kannada and all the older languages. You find a lot of books like how I have written from Ravan's side. So you find in South India, inside the Shiva temple, Ravan also is a Murti. Ravan also is prayed to. Duryodhan has a big temple in Kerala. And it's not a small temple. Huh? You just Google and see. There is a Duryodhana temple in Kerala called Malanada temple. Like Jagannath Puri Kart Festival, there is a huge kart festival there every year. Around 10 to 15 lakh people come to pray to Duryodhana, Shaguni, Dushasan. These are all the Upamurtis. Duryodhana is the main Murti. So Indian culture is so fascinating that there is no absolute clear difference between this is evil and this is right. Why Mahabharata war is a Dharma Yuddha? Because each side believes what they are doing is a Dharma. And that is why it is a Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra is because each of them are believing it is Dharma, not because one Dharma is going to win against Adharma, which is what the TV serials which people like us wrote made people like you believe. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Hello. Hello, sir. My name is Shivansh, and I'm from Shivnada School, Noida. First of all, I really loved all the stories, and I'm sure that my friends also love them too.
Thank you.
My question to you is that we talked about ahimsa. We talked about how ahimsa is willingly not practicing violence until it's a matter of life and death. But in the colonial era, Mahatma Gandhi used to follow ahimsa, but it was a matter of life and death then. So does that mean that there are different variations, there are different takes on what ahimsa is according to different people?
Ahimsa, again I talked about Swadharma, right? There is nothing absolute ahimsa is not possible. First thing what Indian civilization has always stressed, absoluteness is never allowed. Allowed in the sense, in life it doesn't work like that. That is why even Krishna and Rama are seen as doing certain actions which will look imperfect. Because that imperfection is there always. So even in Mahatma Gandhi's, if you really think, Mahatma Gandhi's ahimsa has a threat of a big himsa in it, right? That contradiction is always there. Why? Because Mahatma Gandhi says, I will fast to death. If I say it or you, had we lived at that era, I say it or you said it, people, Britishers would have said, okay, die. Right? So many people died without food at that era. In Bengal famine, 35 lakh people died. Nothing happened to British Empire. And even we learn about Churchill, who caused a 35 lakh death as a great man. But Mahatma Gandhi, when he does ahimsa, he is holding the threat of, if he dies, the entire India will break out into violence. So even in ahimsa there is a contradiction. But only difference where Mahatma becomes Mahatma is you have to see the era where he is living. Why Buddha became so great or Mahavira becomes so great is you have to see the era also. When Mahatma Gandhi is talking about ahimsa, see the world history. There is this mad Hitler who is marching so many millions of people just because they believe in some other religion to gas chambers. America is developing atom bomb to put, not 1, 2 atom bombs to put, not in any white. Hitler started the war, but they had to come and put in an Asian country. These are all very nuanced history, right? There is some kind of racialism also in that. This is such a mad world. America makes 2 atom bombs and goes and puts in Japan. This is the era where Mahatma Gandhi is talking, totally different from everyone saying that I believe in ahimsa. That becomes a powerful message. He's standing out and he is offering an alternate to this madness of Second World War. So many million people died, people killing each other. This man stands totally opposite to it. Same with Buddha or Mahavira. That was an era where sacrifices, now people will get offended, but if you really read the text, at that time the sacrifices meant they used to actually sacrifice cattle and horses and other things. They were actually sacrificing them. Buddha reformed it. Then people started replacing it with other things. But that was an era. Until then, actual violence was happening in the name of sacrifices and ritual sacrifices. That is an era where, in 600 BC, that's an era where all the war songs were glorified. And suddenly here is a man who talks totally against it and gives an alternate path. So the period becomes important when they talk about, so that it's not about absolute. It's about relative to what he is telling. Gandhi gives an alternate path, a great path for especially that era, which might even work because it worked for Martin Luther King, it worked for Nelson Mandela, so it has worked every time. Even in a small scale, it worked in 2014 when Anna Hazare did the hunger strike. So that power of that method, it's a potent weapon. That power of that method is what that message has worked. But does it work always? No. Nothing in the world is permanent. So our scriptures talk about impermanence always. Even the ahimsa taken to an extreme becomes madness. So Buddha advises the middle path. Biggest example is harmony is one big concept which the Shiva's family represents. These are all very symbolic if you see. What is the Vahan of Shiva? Nandi, it's a bull. And Devi? Parvati's Vahan is what? Tiger, lion? Both are there. Towards western side, towards Gujarat and this thing, it's lion. Towards Bengal and all, it is tiger because lion is more into that side and tiger is to this side. Either way, these are the enemies of the bull, right? And Ganesha on a mouse. And Shiva has snakes which eats mouse. And Kartikeya has peacock which eats snakes. And all of them are together. Imagine that family. What will be the chaos there? They are able, a tiger, a bull, a snake, and a peacock, and a mouse living together. This is designed purposefully to show harmony. And that's why, and they go beyond that. No, it's Ardhanarishwar, half Shiva, half Parvati. This makes that family complete. So just like ahimsa, some place himsa also is important. Everything cannot be solved by ahimsa, just like everything cannot be solved by himsa. That is why they ask you to look inside and think and use your conscience and brain to decide what is right or wrong. That's why no book can be absolute, no scriptures can be absolute, no guru can be absolute, because world keeps changing day by day, minute by minute. So what your parents said might be true for him, but it might not, or her, it might not be true now at this moment. You will have to use your intelligence and your conscience to decide on what is your dhamma. Thank you.
Sir, good morning and Jain sir. Sir here.
Where?
Sir.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Just because of the time constraints, we
Yeah.
will be taking up this as the last question for the session, right? After that, we'll move for the thank you note. Yeah. Okay, fine. We'll now move for the conference photograph. Sorry to interrupt.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We are incredibly grateful for the time and effort you have taken to share your expertise with us today. Your words have left a lasting impact, and we are sure to carry your valuable lessons forward in our journey. Now, I request all the delegates from the 26 schools to move to the splash swimming pool area for the conference photograph. Doors are open now to my right. Please,
I'll request all the delegates to quickly move to the swimming pool area for the conference grouping.
You can leave your bags here, but I request you to please follow instructions and take your places very quickly. The weather is not very favorable outside, so we would like to get back indoors as quickly as possible. I'll request the dignitaries to please bear with us for about 10 minutes or so. Once everyone else is settled, we will also escort you to that photography area. Thank you so much.